We live in an age of noise, a world that screams at you from every screen, demanding your opinion, your reaction, your voice. You've been taught that your power lies in your words. To be persuasive, you must be eloquent. To be right, you must win the argument. To be seen, you must be loud. And so, you talk, you explain, you justify, you debate, you fill every available silence with sound, terrified of what the emptiness might imply. You believe you are projecting strength, but you are doing the exact opposite. You are leaking power with every unnecessary word. There exists another kind of man, a man you've likely met. He walks into a room, and the center of gravity shifts. He doesn't say much, but when he does, everyone listens. He doesn't argue, yet he wins the most important battles. He is the silent man, and he is a mystery that our loud world cannot comprehend, and therefore deeply respects. The Stoics understood this power. They knew that true strength is not found in the volume of your voice, but in the depth of your silence. Today, we are not talking about being shy or antisocial. We are talking about the strategic, intentional, and overwhelmingly powerful use of silence. We will deconstruct why a man of few words is not a man of few thoughts, but a man whose thoughts have been forged into an unbreakable reality. Why a silent man is truly more powerful than a man of 1,000 words. The Stoic mindset. First, we must understand that words are currency, and the average man is broke. He spends his verbal currency recklessly. He offers his opinion when it's not asked for. He makes promises he can't keep. He explains himself to people who don't care. He engages in pointless debates on the internet. His words become inflated, cheap, and ultimately worthless. He is a fire hose of noise, and because he is always on, no one pays attention when something important actually comes out. The silent man is a verbal miser. He understands the law of scarcity. Because he speaks so rarely, his words have immense weight. They are like gold coins, spent only on transactions of genuine importance. When he gives a compliment, it is felt deeply. When he issues a warning, it is taken seriously. When he states a fact, it is considered final. He doesn't need to raise his voice, because the rarity of his speech is what makes it loud. He preserves his energy, his focus, and his credibility by refusing to participate in the verbal economy of the trivial. A man who shouts to be heard has already lost his audience. The man who whispers commands it. This leads to the second power of silence. It is a psychological canvas. The man who talks constantly fills the entire space. He tells you what to think, how to feel, who he is. He leaves no room for interpretation. He is a finished painting, often a messy and desperate one. He is easy to read, easy to dismiss. The silent man, by contrast, presents a blank canvas. His silence creates a vacuum, a space of profound mystery, and human nature abhors a vacuum. When you are silent, others cannot help but project their own thoughts, insecurities, and narratives onto you. To the insecure, your silence is a sign of judgment. To the confident, it's a sign of agreement. To the manipulative, it's a frustrating enigma. You become a mirror reflecting the inner world of whoever is looking at you. This makes you psychologically dominant. They are busy trying to figure you out, while you are simply observing. You occupy their mind without even trying. The talkative man tries to force his story upon you. The silent man makes you write a story about him in your own head. Third, silence is the ultimate demonstration of competence. The world is divided into two types of people: those who talk about doing things, and those who are too busy doing things to talk about them. Chattering man lives in the world of potential. He talks about the business he's going to start, the shape he's going to get in, the book he's going to write. His words are a substitute for action. They are a way to get the social credit for an achievement without ever paying the price of the labor. The silent man lives by the Stoic creed of facta, non verba, deeds, not words. He understands that a finished product is the only argument that matters. He doesn't announce his intentions. He works. He builds. He creates. His success is not a press release. It is an undeniable fact in the world. When he walks into a room, his reputation, built on a foundation of tangible results, precedes him. He doesn't need to tell you he's disciplined. His physique tells you. He doesn't need to tell you he's intelligent. His well-crafted work tells you. He doesn't need to tell you he's reliable. His history of showing up tells you. His silence is not empty. It is pregnant with the weight of his accomplishments. Don't tell people your plans. Show them your results. The power of silence is its function as an impenetrable shield. Your inner peace, your apatheia, is your most valuable asset. The talkative man constantly exposes his inner citadel to attack. By engaging in every argument, by reacting to every slight, by explaining his every emotion, he gives the world 1,000 different levers to pull to disrupt his tranquility. He is a fortress with 1,000 open gates. The silent man keeps his gates closed. He understands the dichotomy of control. The opinions, provocations, and insults of others are external events, beyond his control. To engage with them verbally is to give them power. To meet them with a calm, discerning silence is to render them impotent. His silence communicates more powerfully than any retort. What you think of me is not my concern. Your chaos cannot penetrate my peace. This isn't weakness. It is the highest form of self-control. It is a declaration that his self-worth is generated internally, not granted externally. A man who argues with a fool has already become one. A man who meets foolishness with silence remains a king in his own castle. Finally, silence is the very soil in which wisdom grows. The man who is always talking is not listening. He is not observing. He is not thinking. He is merely broadcasting the contents of his mind, often unedited and unfiltered. He is stuck in a feedback loop of his own voice, learning nothing new. The silent man is a master observer. By quieting his own mouth, he opens up his other senses. He hears what is not being said. He sees the subtle shifts in body language. He feels the emotional undercurrent of a room. More importantly, he creates the space for his own mind to work. In silence, he can connect disparate ideas, reflect on his experiences, and consult his own inner reason. His logos. His best ideas are not born in the heat of debate, but in the cool, quiet solitude of his own thoughts. The loudest man in the room is often the one with the least to say. The silent man is a library, and when he chooses to speak, he offers you a book, not just a random page. This is the path of the Stoic. It is not about becoming a cold, unfeeling statue. It is about understanding where true power resides. It is about an economy of force. It's realizing that your greatest strength is not in the offensive capability of your words, but in the defensive impregnability of your controlled silence. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself endlessly about the importance of retreating into his inner citadel. That retreat is not a physical act. It is an act of mental and verbal withdrawal. It's a refusal to let the noise of the world dictate the peace of your inner sanctum. The silent man is powerful because he has won the only war that matters, the war with himself. He has tamed his ego's need for validation. He has disciplined his tongue's desire to react. He has focused his energy not on shaping the opinions of others, but on shaping his own reality through action. He is not feared because he is intimidating. He is respected because he is self-contained. He is a sovereign entity. He doesn't need your approval, your agreement, or even your attention. And because he doesn't need it, he gets it all. That is the ultimate paradox of power. So, the next time you feel that urge to speak, to explain, to fill the void, pause. Ask yourself, is this word necessary? Will it serve my purpose? Or am I just making noise? Choose your words like a king chooses his battles. Rarely, strategically, and only when victory is certain. The world has enough noise. What it needs is more quiet strength, more deliberate action, more men who build rather than babble. The journey starts with a single powerful act: choosing to be silent. If you are ready to discover the power in what you don't say, subscribe to Modern Stoic, and in the comments below, share one situation this week where you will choose silence over noise. Remember, let your actions be your argument.